Hey, how's it going, guys? Blue Tempest here, and welcome to my manga haul for March 2023. I have a pretty big haul to show you guys, which I'm very excited about. But before we get into the pickups, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will also leave the links to all of my social media accounts down in the description, so make sure to follow me on there as well. If you do enjoy my content, then also make sure you're hitting that notification bell. That way you can get notified every time I upload a brand new video. But with all of that out of the way, let's actually get into these pickups. So the bulk of this haul is going to primarily consist of used manga and also some manga that I just got really great deals on. But as always, I did pick up some new releases, starting with Spy Family Volume 9, as you can see here. Not much to say, as you guys probably have already heard of Spy Family. And another series that is also very popular is My Dress Up Darling. I did get Volume 7 of this one. Easily one of my favorite rom-com series that is currently ongoing. And then I also picked up the 11th omnibus for Gantz, one of my favorite series of all time. This is the second to last omnibus, and then we'll finally have a complete set of this edition of the Gantz manga, which I am insanely excited about, as I've just been reading the series with these omnis. I don't know how it ends, but once that 12th omnibus comes out, I am planning on finishing this series, which I cannot wait for. I also did pick up the two latest Attack on Titan omnibuses. I have been collecting the series in the omnis. I am a huge fan of the anime, so I did want to collect the manga as well. And honestly, I do like these omnibuses. And as far as some new releases go, we have Insomniac's After School Volume 1, which I haven't had a chance to read yet, as I just got this one. But this is a slice of life romance series that I have been really interested in. This was in my top 10 most anticipated manga releases of 2023, so cannot wait to get into this one. And then another new release that I actually think is pretty interesting is The Mermaid Scales and the Town of Sand. This is a one-shot josei manga, I believe, and it has a really unique art style. This was honestly really just a kind of blind buy for me. I just picked this up because it seemed really unique. I do like it when Viz publishes some more, underground manga series, so I wanted to support this release. And while I haven't read it yet, I am very intrigued to see what this is all about. But moving on, we have a random assortment of volumes of different series that I picked up this month, starting with To Your Eternity Volume 3. I've just been picking this series volume by volume, when I see them on sale or for good deals, and that's exactly why I picked up this Volume 3. And then Barnes & Noble was doing a buy one, get one 50% off sale. I kind of gave into peer pressure because I saw a lot of people, posting their hauls from Barnes & Noble. And so when I went, I didn't really see much that I really needed to pick up, but I did find the first two volumes of a series that I honestly don't really see that often, and it's one that I've been really interested in for quite a while now, and that is Girls Last Tour. As you can see, we have the first two volumes of this series. Really excited to try this one out, as I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. I do believe this is a post-apocalyptic story, but kind of more slice of life-ish. Yeah, I'm really intrigued. I love stories with unique worlds, so this definitely seemed right up my alley. And speaking of series with very unique worlds, we have the first three volumes of Children of the Whales. As you can see here, this is a honestly really underrated manga series. I don't really see a lot of people talking about this, and I just decided to kind of pick this one up on a whim, and I really enjoyed what I've read so far. I have read the first two volumes. I still need to read Volume 3, but man, this is definitely a series that I can see myself getting the entire set for. It's just that good. I absolutely love the premise of this one. If you like stories like Land of the Lustrous and Attack on Titan, and even Made in Abyss to an extent, but definitely not as messed up as that series, then you will definitely like Children of the Whales, because this presents a very unique world, kind of like those other series that I mentioned. And while this is a shoujo series, it's not your typical, romance manga. This is a fantasy story, and I just really fell in love with it. I think this series definitely deserves a lot more love, and I'm really glad that I decided to pick up the first 3 volumes. Another series that I decided to pick up the first 3 volumes for is Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. Now, this is a rom-com manga, as you can see. I believe this is a harem. I'm not 100% sure, but I did pick up the first 3 volumes because they were on sale on Right Stuff, I believe. And I heard about this series for the first time just recently from Tony's Manga, so definitely check out her channel. If you haven't, I'll leave the link down in the description. But yes, Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches just seems like a series that's right up my alley. I love me some rom-coms here and there, and this one just kind of caught my eye. I don't know, I just decided I wanted to try it out. Again, a series that you don't really hear too much about, but this did just complete in English as well. And I decided what a better time to try this series out and see what I think of it. So moving on, we have a couple of Rumiko Takahashi manga series to talk about. She is a mangaka that I really want to get into this year. And so I got the second omnibus of Ranma 1/2. If you did watch, I believe it was my last haul, I did pick up the first and third omnibus. I got those from Prof Otaku, and I went ahead and got the second omnibus as well. That way I can have the first 3 and kind of go from there. But yes, this is a very classic series that, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about. But another series of hers that is not actually that talked about, I don't think a lot of people really know about this one, and that is Renee. I did pick up the first 3 volumes of this one at my local used bookstore. And even though this is a series that is pretty long, it's only released in these singles. And again, it is kind of obscure in the grand scheme of manga, and even in the grand scheme of Rumiko Takahashi's manga. But I decided to try it out, and I really enjoyed the first volume. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna keep reading and pick these up volume by volume when I can. But moving on, I did pick up the 8th volume of Nodame Cantabile. This is a series I recently started collecting, and I just absolutely loved the first few volumes for, so I decided I'm going to try to collect it. As you can see, this is a library copy, and honestly, I'll take what I can get with the series because these volumes are really hard to find, especially for a good price. So I'm just kind of trying to piece together a set. So far, I do have the first 8 volumes, and I've been lucky enough to find them for really good prices. So hopefully the streak continues for me. But yeah, this is a music manga. It is a josei as well. Some romance elements, but it's mostly comedy and slice of life focused with some coming of age elements as well. Yeah, this is a really good one. Another series that if you guys have been keeping up with my hauls as of late, you'll know I started collecting Red River, which is a very infamous shoujo manga in the community just because these volumes are insanely expensive in the aftermarket, but I was able to find a good chunk of the volumes for retail or under, and I have been collecting this series little by little. I don't know if that's really a great idea because I know some of those volumes are going to be insanely difficult, borderline impossible to find, but you know, I'm kind of digging my grave at this point. As you can see here, we have an assortment of Red River volumes. Here we have volume 3 and then volume 4. I also have volume 5 and 7, and man, the covers on these are just absolutely gorgeous. Right here we do have volume 11 and then volume 13, and then we have volume 14 and the final volume, which I actually got on Right Stuff during their Shoujo Beat sale, volume 28. As you can see, this one is actually still wrapped and brand new. It was the only volume of Red River they had in stock, so I said, you know what, let me just add it to the cart, and yeah. But moving on, we also have the final volume of Siren. This is volume 16. I finally was able to find this volume for a good price, but I'm still trying to track down volume 14. That one just seems really hard to find for a decent price right now. And that is the last volume that I need to complete my set, but I am very happy that I'm one step closer to having a complete set of this series. Still haven't read it because I decided I just want to read it physically since I've gotten this far at this point, and I just want to have all of the volumes before I start reading it. But yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Siren. I think I'm really gonna enjoy it, and that's why I've been picking it up. All right, and right here we have some more used manga. This was a really random pickup for me, but I was able to find these for really cheap at my local used bookstore that also sells manga, and that is Durarara. I believe that's how you say the name of this series, and this is the first part right here, I believe, the first 4 volumes. Honestly, when I looked this up at the time that I bought them, I thought that this was the entire series because I looked it up. It said it was completed at 4 volumes, but then I found out later on that this was just the first part. I didn't realize how big of a commitment it was going to be to pick up this series, but you know what? I know that a lot of people really love this. I also picked this up because I specifically know that Suki Notes really likes it. I'll try it out and see what happens. I honestly have no idea what this is about. But also the volumes are really, really cool. As you can see, this one has like a gold effect, and this one kind of has like a prism effect, kind of similar to like the Platinum End volumes, which is really cool. And here is volume 4, which also has some really cool detailing on the cover. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm getting into with this series. I'm just gonna try out these first 4 volumes and kind of go from there. Another volume that I picked up just on a complete whim at this used bookstore was Case Closed Volume 1. Now, my friends and I really, you know, meme on this series all the time, but this is a genuine classic series. It's just insanely long, still ongoing. I believe it's over 100 volumes in Japan. I just picked up Volume 1 because it was super cheap, and I said, you know what, let me at least try it out. I don't know if this is something I'm gonna actually commit to collecting at all. Case Closed is a classic for a reason, and so I just wanted to try it out. Do you guys like this series? Let me know down in the comments. Is it too long for you? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm getting into with it, but I am just going to try out Volume 1 and kind of go from there. All right, so the next part of this haul is all going to be Osamu Tezuka manga, which I am very, very glad to add some more of his works into my collection. I already have a lot of his stuff. The publisher that releases some of his works, known as Digital Manga Publishing, they were doing a sale on their website, and these were all like 40 to 50% off. So I went ahead and snagged some of his one-shots and stuff like that. So here we have Clockwork Apple. This is a short story collection. I've heard a lot of really, really good things about this one. And then we have Melody of Iron and Other Short Stories. Again, another short story collection by Tezuka. And then next up we have Atom Cat. This is a spin-off of Astro Boy, so I had to add it to the collection because I have the entire set of Astro Boy, and I haven't heard the greatest things about this one. I think this was more aimed towards children, but I still decided to pick it up because it was like $4 or $5 on their website. And then we have Alabaster Volumes 1 and 2. This one is one of Tezuka's darkest works from what I've heard. I'm very intrigued about it. I don't know much of what happens, but you know, it's Tezuka. Even if it's not the best manga ever, I think I will enjoy it. And then the last Tezuka manga is actually one that's not from Digital Manga Publishing. This is actually a very, very out of print volume of manga released by Dark Horse back in the day, and I was able to find it for a great price online, so I'm very, very happy about that because I've been keeping my eye out for this volume, and that is Lost World. As you can see here, this is a really, really interesting little volume. I believe this is a 2-in-1, so it has the complete story. And there is some damage here on the volume, but nothing too bad, honestly, because these are really, really hard to come by. And yeah, just excited to add some more Tezuka manga into the collection. All right, so getting towards the end of this haul, we do have a manga set that I decided to bite the bullet and actually buy the entire series for. And it's a series that I've been interested in for quite a while now. I've been eyeing this particular set ever since the volumes dropped, and that is Summertime Rendering in these beautiful hardcovers, as you can see. And yeah, this is one of those series that blew up in the manga community and in the anime community too. I do know that the anime did pretty well, and I was holding out for these hardcovers, and they did drop, I believe, late last year, and I was just kind of waiting to see if they would go on sale. And lo and behold, I was able to get these for like 40% off on in-stock trades, which was just absolutely insane. So I'm very, very glad to have picked up this series because I know that this is going to be one that I'm going to really enjoy. I do believe this is kind of like a thriller mystery type of series. And yeah, while I don't know much about it, the art and the covers also look really cool. And yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm really getting into, but if you have read this series, then please let me know down below, what do you think of it? And yeah, I'm just really glad that I am able to add these beautiful hardcovers to my collection. And speaking of beautiful hardcovers, we do have the final pickup for this video. This is yet another manga series that I've been eyeing for quite a while. Honestly, since I've been collecting manga, I have wanted to add this to my collection, and I finally took the plunge. I saw a deal for this and I had to snag it. But this is actually a box set for Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. This is a series by Hayao Miyazaki, who you guys may know for being the mastermind behind a lot of very timeless classic Studio Ghibli movies. My favorite movie of all time is Howl's Moving Castle, and I've actually watched the movie for Nausicaa. Really did enjoy it, and I've always been intrigued to read the manga because I know that the manga goes past the movie. And yeah, these hardcovers are just absolutely gorgeous. They do have some colored pages and stuff. And yeah, I was able to pick up this box set for about $40, which is a really great price for this, as I believe this retails for around like $70 or $80. So yeah, very glad to add this to the collection. I know that this one was also pretty out of stock for a while. I don't know if it's back in print or not, but yeah, for $40, I couldn't complain. There are some dings here on the box in the corners and stuff like that, but honestly, nothing too bad. It doesn't really bother me because I got this for a great price, like I said. And yeah, I just had to add this set of hardcovers into my collection. Very happy about that. But with that, guys, that does it for my manga haul for March 2023. Let me know down in the comments what you guys hauled this past month, and if you're interested to see my entire manga collection, I did recently upload a video doing a full collection tour, so if you're interested, definitely check that video out. But with all of that out of the way, thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.